And the Monday meal prep for the week begins. Yeah, a smart person would have put that much hamburger in the oven again to cook it up. Yeah, so we have pasta, we have chili, and Freddie wants specifically spaghetti this week. So we also wanted some spaghetti sauce in the freezer. Just gonna put it in some freezer bags so it lies flat, shouldn't take up too much room. And yeah, I had that massive thing of hamburger in the freezer, so might as well get some pasta sauce made, and the same sauce we'll use for the chili. Do you see those? Aren't they beautiful? Oh, I grew peppers. We're gonna put these peppers in the sauce that we're making today. Well, slaw, sauce, and then chili. Well, you know, hey, one pot, multiple uses. But they're so pretty. Yeah, there is something kind of cool about using my own onions, peppers, and garlic to make chili and spaghetti sauce. I think it's kind of nifty. So when I make the sauce today, it's going to be my last jar of actual tomatoes because I have one left. But the peppers that we grew, the onions that we grew, the garlic, I'm using a couple of these little ones just to get them used up. And we grew it. I think that's fabulous. But I don't know. It's the little things that make you happy. So we're talking about, it's not really a batch cook. I mean, a lot of people do batch cooking. I kind of do, well, Fred called it, what did he call it? Subsequent cooking? Is that the word? I honestly don't remember now. Anyway, basically make one thing and turn it into, you know, 3 things. So I am making like the biggest pot of spaghetti sauce I think I've made in a very, very long time. And we will use some of the sauce today just for a baked pasta dish for supper. Some of the sauce we will be adding beans and mushrooms to and turning it into a quick chili for tomorrow night. The last of the chili will go into the fridge, and then we'll cook some macaroni and basically make chili mac, or my version of a chili mac hamburger helper, I suppose. And then one of the bags of pasta that is going into the freezer. We're going to be turning that just into Fred's actual spaghetti dinner. Wow, fresh onions, by the way. Oh my goodness. These have not 100% cured yet either. See, these are the last batch of onions that I pulled out of the garden. So they are still pretty potent. Wow, are they ever potent. Onions, garlic, and peppers sauteing nicely. And that's my last jar of tomatoes in the house. So I have a large jar of sauce and a small jar of sauce. I'll probably use a little bit of tomato paste to thicken it up later on, but I don't think we have quite enough. For all the plans on this sauce, I might be adding some more sauce. There we go. Sauce is on the simmer. Now I know this is a really meat heavy sauce because that package was bigger than the last time I did a big batch of sauce. But that's all right. It'll actually work really, really well for the chili that we're going to have tomorrow. So now this has just got to simmer. And then once it's cooled down later on, part of it will be for dinner, part of it will be for chili, and part of it will go for the freezer. Well, what's left of meal number 1 from that one big pot of pasta sauce? I've been running for an hour already. It's only 9 o'clock in the morning. I've got a million things to do today. The grass needs to be cut again because it finally sort of dried out from the last rain. won't have time to get it cut before work, and it's gonna rain again tomorrow. So I'm gonna finally drink my coffee and get the next job done. So we got half of that second green pepper and my last can of canned mushrooms. So we're gonna have to start looking for some of those, I think. So I got the beans soaking last night. They've been cooking so far this morning, and that's just the rest of the spaghetti sauce that did not get in the freezer. So we're gonna make a great big pot of chili, but I'm gonna need some more tomato. We don't have enough tomatoes. Well, we have crushed tomatoes, no tomatoes, no tomatoes. I think we're officially out of tomatoes. I can't believe that. That's crazy. We're officially out of tomatoes. Well, I know it's almost tomato season, but I either go without or look for sale. Yeah. I can't believe I'm officially out of tomatoes. I do have one little Roma, though, that came out of the garden, so I guess we'll chop that up and put it in the chili. Okay, so to give it that little bit of extra we need, I got that one little tomato in there, but I've got one of my little jars of tomato paste, and I also have the last of our cheater chili packs. So I'm gonna pop one of those in there and we'll let this simmer away. There we go, dinner number 2 from one big thing of hamburger. So this has got to simmer for probably about an hour to finish cooking those extra veggies that we put in. Okay, so there are some things that I can do, and well, today, because it's such a weird day, that can just do their thing while I'm doing the 15,000 other things I need to do. And I only have an hour and a half left before I start work. But if I'm having chili for dinner, then I am going to make, still hot, some epic toast to go with that chili. Oh, that came out so good. Look at that. We had one really big air bubble though. So, you know, there's bread under there. This is what happens when you go to make a coffee. And no, I don't put that much milk in my coffee. I forgot to put pod in the compost, which means that is the weakest coffee in the world. Tell me this week is not totally messed up. Okay, well, even though I put too much milk in it this time, at least it tastes like coffee. It's only the middle of the week. I don't know if this week can get any more messed up for me. Well, one good thing happened today. My wood has arrived. So we will stay warm this winter. We got 3 cords of hardwood in that truck. Kind of dumping it down where the logs are, but yep. Oh. There she comes. Wow. That ought to keep us going. You're gonna have to pull forward there, dude. There he comes. Well, that's what 3 cords of firewood looks like. So I'm back in my same grubby clothes because I've been working hard. And yet more rain tomorrow. The estimate is up to 75 millimeters of rain. I guess I'm not putting that in the garage tomorrow. It's focusing on the screen. Terrible. Very cool full moon tonight, though. So during my little pantry clean out, I found a couple of old soup mixes. So, in the spirit of using things up, I've got a little pot of water on. I'm gonna cook a little bit of rice and have some veggie rice soup for lunch. Might as well use it up. It's either that or it's just gonna sit there longer. Yeah, these, by the way, these little soup packages, these are actually a very economical starter when it comes to a soup and things. They're just the dehydrated veggies, and I also have dehydrated veggies, see, that I get at the bulk barn. So you can like really bulk that up with just rice. If you have those little cans of beans, which I can't seem to find in Canada. I really wish they had the little cans of beans, like a perfect size for one person. You can put some of those in there for protein, a little bit of leftover chicken. You can turn one of those into a really, really good dinner or lunch, whatever. In my case, I'm going to put rice in there, use the soup mix, have a nice slice of bread, instant lunch. Yeah, I know. No protein in there. I do not have at the moment just a few beans that are cooked that I can pop in there. I also don't have any leftover meat, but that's okay. I had meat for breakfast. Sorry, I had protein for breakfast. I had my eggs. So there we go. Yeah. So this week has been quieter, but I've done a lot. I mean, and it is raining again. That's the reason why it seems so dark in here today. But hey, the week's almost over. We got a shopping trip we're going to do together. So that was just the microwave. I was warming up my coffee. So, nice warm bowl of vegetable rice soup, slice of homemade bread. Who says you can't have a great dinner? Or a great lunch in this case, with stuff that's just hanging out in the pantry. It is shopping day. Spent a little more than we normally do on stuff, but in budget for the food, which is the important part. So let me show you what we got today, because we went to the Big W. So it doesn't seem like a lot, and in all honesty, it's not, but there are some things in here this week that are a little more spendy, like my allergy pills. So let me show you what we did. So first things first, we did need to get coffee. Now, you guys know I use the little K-cups, but Freddie, he has his big old school. Now, these were not on sale, but the Walmart coffee, this stuff is actually pretty good. I'm pretty impressed with the flavor on both of them. And when you can get a 907 gram can of coffee for $8, you get it. My coffee, it's actually on sale. It's not a great sale, but it was definitely on sale. The other thing we needed was butter. The butter, yeah, it was not on sale, but we needed some butter. These are $6.48 right now. Nobody had any on sale this week, so I grabbed 2. That'll last us a little while. We do have a recipe this week, though. Sorry, next week. So I grabbed some ricotta cheese and some more spinach. These ones are those little, they're called nuggets, so basically little hockey pucks. So we have got a recipe we're going to cook next week. I'm looking forward to it. It's tasty. But the ricotta cheese is expensive everywhere, guys. But thank goodness this will last me a bit. I'll eat part of it in the recipe, and the rest of it I'll just eat because I really like it. And, you know, a couple of necessities. My allergy pills, and, of course, I ran out of deodorant. It happens. Grapes at Walmart were on sale, and they look pretty good. I mean, when you look at these grapes, they actually look pretty good. I was pretty impressed. These were on sale for $4 for the container. And it is, there it is, 2 pounds. No, I'm not a coffee snob. But this stuff is really, really good. I don't usually put just milk and sugar in my coffee. I do like creamer. I've been using Coffee Mate, but this cinnamon stuff, how about I put it on the English side? This cinnamon stuff here is actually really, really good. If you ever had the chance to try it out, give it a shot. And it lasts a long time. It's good till December. So if you don't use it all, you're good. Of course, we had to get some bananas. We were there early enough that there should have been cheap carts, but late enough that the cheap carts were already empty. So, little bananas for me. Bread was actually on sale, 2 for $5.50, which is comparable to Dollarama. So Dollarama, where you can also buy Wonder Bread here in Canada, is $2.50 here on the island. So, with what I make in these, it works out well. And, of course, we got our eggs. But I needed more vinegar. We're actually going to be messing around with some weed reduction out in the driveway. And I've been doing a couple of tests. So we grabbed some extra vinegar. And we're going to see if that works. I'm hoping so anyway. So all told at Walmart, I spent $120.87. Now, a good chunk of that were eggs and allergy pills. So, you know, unfortunately, this chick right here, she needs her allergy pills. Now, there's one more thing that I got that you might have saw that I didn't talk about, and that is our pantry edition for the winter for this week. Let's show you what we did. So what I got are 4 cans this week. We have got 2 cans of cream corn and 2 cans of mixed vegetables. Now, if you ever seen these, there's like beans, peas, potatoes. Actually, let me tell you exactly. Let's turn it around. Carrots, potatoes, green beans, wax beans, which are the yellow ones, peas, celery, and onions. Now, the reason why I got these is because when you think about it, what we're doing is stocking a pantry for the winter for you can have good, healthy meals, especially if you got, get stuck. You can't go home. Sorry, you can't go to a store, whatever. For whatever reason, so you have stockpile. Now, those mixed veggies, if you happen to have one little tiny pork chop, one chunk of leftover beef, a little tiny thing of hamburger, doesn't matter. Throw some barley, a little quarter pound of hamburger and a can of those, add a beef stock, instant beef barley soup. It's instant food, an instant healthy meal. Now, the cream corn, you're thinking, Tammy, it's just cream corn. Cream corn is a great ingredient, not just as a veggie. So a leftover piece of chicken, some cream corn, make a nice extra flavorful kind of like a chicken stock. You can actually make like a chicken corn chowder, add some extra veggies. If you have cornbread mix, add a half a can of that. I mean, cream corn goes a long way and it does lots of stuff. There is one recipe that I would like to find again. It's actually a corn custard. Yes, I know it sounds weird, but it's cream corn and a custard and you bake it. It's a side dish. Apparently it's really good, but I gotta find it. But that's our haul for this week. Those cans, by the way, are $1.27 each, so $5.09. No, $5.12. I can't math today. That's okay. But yeah, there's our pantry for week 7. We have 2 more months to add to this pantry. What are we going to find next time? Weird angle, weird view. We bought one more thing today. No more broken down plastic wheelbarrow. I've been looking for a steel one. So with the double wheels, and we found it. Yay. Well, aside from the traffic, the shopping was a good day. It was not fun. We also stopped at the Habitat for Humanity, so the the Restore, and found Fred some really, really good gloves actually for work. And he already hid them in the truck, so I couldn't show them to you. So they were the same as any other regular work glove, but they had the plastic on the palms. So like the rubbery stuff, which comes in pretty handy that way, you know, because he has to clean these trucks out at the end of every day. It gets a little messy. What I did also fail to do was show you our, oh, I got a funky glare on my glasses. Is that what they call a squirrel moment? When you know, see something and then that's all it takes. Anyway, Tammy, back to the point. What I forgot to do was I forgot to show you the chili mac that we had made. So basically, guys, the rest of the chili, I just cooked some macaroni, stirred it all together. We put some shredded cheese on top. It was dinner. So that really big thing of hamburger, I still have 2 things of spaghetti sauce in the freezer as well. So it did go pretty far. They were a little more meat heavy than I thought. I probably could have added more tomatoes and things to it. But as you saw, I have officially run out of tomatoes. And also, I'm having an allergy issue, so I apologize because I sound weird. Okay, guys, that's it for another week. It is just one of those weird weeks. Freddie is really happy. He has a new wheelbarrow finally, and he's actually looking forward to using it. Yeah, I'm married to a strange man. You guys all have a great day. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate each and every one of you, which you always hear me say. That was our last hectic week. Go ahead, have a click and have a watch. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, which is right there. That's me and Yuki. Have a great day, guys. We'll see you again next time, and thanks for coming out with us as we do our simpler life here on PEI.